239 Uncensored, everything Southwest Florida and beyond. And Shannon is in the house. Shannon just likes it when I turn this music up real loud while she's trying to talk. Shannon, are you there?
I'm here. I love that music. Turn it up.
She knows if I tell her that, or she knows she tells me that she loves it, then I'll turn it down.
That's right.
If she said doesn't like it, I'll turn it up.
And if I start talking, you'll turn it up.
It's like my older sister.
Older? I'm way younger.
Shannon's like, I was at a meeting today and I was like, I really like having Shannon on, 239 with me.
Wait, turn down the music while you compliment me so everyone can hear it.
Yeah, and it keeps me laughing. And then I go, Shannon's job is to make my face turn red. And she does a really good job at it.
I do. I think almost every show I've been able to make you blush.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm like, it just comes from I don't know where, but it's.
And by the way,
pretty funny.
That was in the professional board of which we both are members. So I'm out there trying to put out this professional image, and you're telling people the truth. What kind of bullshit is that?
Everybody loves Shannon. Shannon throws it. It's good. It's good.
Well, if you don't love it, you hate it. And either way, it's not going to change.
Yeah, and there's a good show on. I was watching it. I've been watching it on Apple TV. It's the Good Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of reminds me like of this in a that's a much smaller version than what we got going on here. But
right. We would blow them away. Obviously, we don't want to make you sad, Jennifer.
Yeah, we're like getting viewers all over the internet.
Well, it's for you.
The internets.
The interwebs.
The interwebs.
Yeah.
Yes, the interwebs.
So what's going on? You're all dressed up today. That's from your lunch.
Got my fancy duds on.
You do.
How do I do purple?
You look pretty good in purple. But I'm thinking there's like an Easter service or something.
Yeah, Easter service, pastel egg, something like that.
Yeah.
But no, had a real nice meeting at Naples Area Board of Realtors. Thank you very much. Corey McCluskey for just an awesome lunch over there. She's the president and she's going to be done, she said, in 28 days.
Mm-hmm. Not that she's counting.
And when they said food, I was there.
Yeah.
Got to see a lot of cool people over there.
And what was it for? Just to celebrate her presidency?
Yeah. So she just did a nice luncheon, gave us a couple little gifts and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Gold bags. It was
nice.
Awesome. Ounces of gold. Corey, thank you for the gold. It was great.
Very nice. I interviewed her on my other show, Livingston Live.
Oh, yeah.
The show that I made up to get my boss to pay for my lunch is really what I did. Yeah. I'm like, it's a show.
And it's very good, too. Very good.
Well, that's right. I interviewed you, too, although I didn't have to pay for that.
Yeah. And for some reason, she forgot. Maybe. Did you forget you interviewed me?
I did.
Yeah.
And you actually have the most views of anybody that I've interviewed.
Oh, wow. That's cool. And guess what? We were looking at a couple toys, and I forgot to tell you.
Oh.
Not toys that you prefer, but toys. So we're actually
Comedy Central, by the way. I'm just going to diverge. Early in the morning, because I get up super early. And if my TV is left on Comedy Central, it's all sex toys in the morning.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, what's the...
Like I turn on the news, then instead of the news, it's this girl going, and here's the pleasure tip, and the this and the
interesting.
that. And I was
interesting.
like, wow, Comedy Central. All right,
yeah,
then.
It's wild. So the new thing we got, and I didn't even get a chance to tell you, is we'll be able to do mobile. We'll be able to go mobile and go everywhere we're at with multiple cameras and have it set up just like if we're in the studio.
So I can do my interviews on the street.
It'd be a lot better. I know we got you some microphones and get you a lot of cool things, but we're trying to up the game here on studio.
I don't understand any of the technology. So for me, that's not that exciting. Other than I hear you saying to me, I'm not allowed in the building anymore. Like that's really what I think is happening.
That's actually, how'd you figure that out? Yeah.
Here's a microphone.
Shannon, you are now remote reporter. You're not allowed in the building anymore.
But speaking of the building, you have had a lot of people come in and do different shows now. This is the working studio for other people. Are they blown away when they see the equipment and all the stuff that you do?
Yeah, it's working out really good. We actually have right now 4 people that are doing different shows in here. We're going to try to ramp that up and some really neat people coming in.
So Diana, where's our Diana cam? Diana, when you have these people come into your studio, do you have to lay down the law? Like the first day, do you have to let them know that you are the producer and they're not supposed to touch anything? Or do they try to like boss you around? How does that go?
Oh, I'm in charge.
Well, yeah. I know this. I've known this from the first day. But do other people recognize that? Like when they come in?
Yeah.
I think because Tim and I really do like respect the work that you do. And so hopefully when people come in, they see that and and they follow suit.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, you do a lot of the work. So when I say I don't understand what that means and that doesn't mean anything to me, it's not that I don't appreciate the work that you guys do or the expense that you put into equipment or all that. I just truly do not understand it to the level that you guys do. Like microphone talk, that's it. That's where it ends for me. But I know that you're doing a lot of work. So that's a lot more work for you when people coming in here and different types of projects. Are you enjoying doing some of that?
Yeah, it's always something different in the studio.
But nobody as exciting as me, I'm sure.
No, not there yet.
What happens when Shannon comes in? When Shannon, we know Shannon, we're usually here about a half an hour in the studio getting ready and getting good
doing your makeup
things going. Yeah, makeup and all that stuff. And when Shannon, we know she's getting ready to come, we'll probably like it. If we got a show at 1, she usually comes at 12:45. She's always on time. She does good. But we know when we hear that door open, what do we both do? What do we say?
Oh, wait, they're coming. I mean, she's coming.
She's coming. And then you hear click, click, click. So all the peacefulness that we had all day is no longer there.
Comes to an end with the clip clop of my heels down that hall.
You know, we're trying to find out. We try to find gadgets. You like little gadgets. I want cups. I want cards. I want this. I want that. And we got none of it on our desk.
You have nothing right now. I know. And I didn't bring my cup in because I spilled my Crystal Light all over the equipment last time. So I figured I did not want to do that twice.
Well,
I'm not going to push my luck.
The bill is it's coming.
Hey, I'm easy to bill, hard to collect.
Yeah. So what'd you do this weekend?
I painted some furniture. I did some work. You know, I realized that either I'm developing a multiple personality disorder, or maybe I had some like mental fog from, I think it was maybe, I don't know, from the vaccine, but I was kind of out of it for a while. And I don't know if you've noticed, but really I did my expenses and it was like, oh, holy shit, my expenses are 5 days overdue. That's no good. And then I looked for my receipts and like half of them gone. I have no idea where they are. And so I just kind of floated through October. So I was trying to catch up on some of that. I was like, oh, I don't know what I've been doing with my life, but this seems like a good time to get a handle on it.
Nice job. Oh yeah, no, I've done that.
Like, have you ever been like sick or just really busy or whatever, and you like look back on the last 2 or 3 weeks and you're like, oh my gosh,
that's called smoking weed, Shannon.
Happened?
When are we gonna figure this out? When are we gonna figure this out? No, yeah, of course I've done that. And time goes by so fast. Do you not agree that when you get a little bit older, that time goes really fast?
That lets you know when I get there. Yeah, it does. Because I'm always thinking that it's Tuesday and it's like Friday. I'm like, what? Like I have things to do. Yeah. And I'm just not good at time management. And I always try to plan too much and try to do too much. And so yeah, time for me is not my friend.
I beg to disagree though. Every time that I've ever asked you to be there, you're there.
Well,
so I think you are good with that.
I'm professional. I do try to be professional and respect people's time when it comes to work. But like social plans or what I'm going to get done, you know, over the weekend, like I have a long list. And then I just have to write in things that I do and cross that off so that I feel like I'm productive.
Yeah, no, you are. You do. You're a pleasure to work with. You always come on time and all that stuff. So yeah,
I feel like you're about to kill me.
No,
bury my body somewhere because you're like being really nice to me today and it's throwing me off. Like, why are you developing an alibi over here?
Well, you know, you never know. Where's Shannon? I haven't seen her lately.
Yeah, now
Where's
if I go missing, you'd be like, remember all that nice shit I said?
That's
wasn't
it.
Me. It wasn't me, guys.
That's it. My weekend, of course, I know you're not going to ask, right?
I don't care at all.
My weekend was uneventful. Really took it easy.
Watched
a little bit of TV.
I see what you do on Facebook, and you're always flying somewhere, going to a concert, or like outside doing something.
We did a little pickleball.
See, there you go. Very active.
I went for a good walk last night because it was so cool out.
Yeah. Is that because you're getting fat?
I am.
You think you are. I don't think you're getting fat, but you've been.
I'm
saying
gaining
that
weight.
You are.
Thanks, Shannon. Thanks. It's a nice way.
Well,
to
you're
come
retired.
Back. Yeah, and a nice way to come back from that.
People, put on some weight.
Yeah, no. But it's been crazy in the news. I don't think we have anything on here. But did you hear what happened at what was the Astro Fest or the Astro
World?
Astro World out
8
in Texas. That's crazy.
Well, and security. I don't know that security knew what was going on.
It was crazy.
And I saw a video of a girl like telling, I think a sound guy or something. And the sound guy was like, get off my platform. He didn't. And she's like, you have to stop the show. Somebody has died. And he wasn't understanding. I
saw that one,
what had happened. But people they get crushed. There's really no good way to stop that.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's his fault. I don't think it's the entertainer's responsibility.
Well, I don't think he knew really it was that bad. When you're up on stage, a lot of people don't realize, when I was in rock music and I was singing, I was singing in front of thousands of people. But no, actually the lights do blind you. You can't really see what's going on out there. You start paying attention to some things going down. But I got kind of like, I watched a couple of videos this morning of it, and I was like, man, this is nuts. I was like, people were getting crushed. I was kind of getting claustrophobic right there.
14-year-old was the youngest that got crushed.
Yeah, no, that's good.
When Joe wanted to go to a Tech 9 concert, do you know who Tech 9 is?
They have guns and they shoot.
So Tech 9 is an independent rapper from the Kansas City area.
Right.
And
I've heard of him. Actually.
So he wanted to go to this concert, and I don't know how old he was, but he's had all those brain surgeries. And so I was like, I'm not sending you into a mosh pit with a bunch of, Tech 9 fans, even though I love Tech 9. So I actually hired a limo and a DJ, an older DJ, and I paid the DJ to take Joe and his friend to this concert. And Joe said that it was a good thing because they were standing there, and then all of a sudden he felt a hand on his back that pulled him out of the mix, and then everybody just went nuts, and he wasn't really expecting that. So it can be scary.
It's serious.
People really do lose their minds at these concerts.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's not just the drugs.
It's crazy. No, and then there was a guy. One of the security guys said that he felt a prick on his neck, and next thing you know, he's out, and they had to, him. And they revived him with Narcan. That's what it said. So it's going to be interesting how that falls out. I just know that the lawsuits have already started, and it's going to get ugly. I know when we plan for things in Collier County, it's a different scale. I'm sure there was 50,000 people at this event. It's a big deal, and you got to make sure that you have plan after plan after plan.
Do you carry Narcan with you?
I did when I was at the sheriff's office. We do.
But do you now, as just a private citizen?
No, I don't have any.
When are we going to start handing that out to private citizens like they do in other cities?
Probably next year for trick or treat. I'm probably going to give you something to hand out to you.
We'll see that in Collier County.
I hope it doesn't get like that. Yeah. I really hope it doesn't. But I've seen it save lives before. We had one guy. I swear to God. I swear we were at Publix at Rattlesnake Hammock in Collier Boulevard. We pulled this guy out of the car, and I thought he was dead. EMS thought he was dead. So was he cold and blue? Yeah, we basically he was pretty much. I thought he was dead. Even EMS thought he was dead, and they were bagging him. And they were doing all things. So I was there in a law enforcement capacity, helping bag, do all this stuff, and I call about 2 hours later and say, "How's the guy?" Oh no, he's already been. He's up and out of here. He's out of the house. It's crazy. Home. He's in the McDonald's drive-thru. We actually had a guy in North Naples that. They went to his house. Police responded. EMS responded. They took him to the hospital. Everybody on scene thought the guy was going to be dead. Mm-hmm. They're doing crime scene because they think he's going to die or was going to die. So they're doing pictures. They're doing all stuff. Guy knocks on his door. Got out back at his house while law enforcement's doing crime scene. Yeah, it's crazy. It's good. It's there, but some people use the narcotics, use the heroin, use the drugs, and they have the Narcan ready, or they give it to somebody in case something happens, which we don't want them to die, but this is over and over and over. Eventually, they're going to do it when no one's around. Well, and then you see these things like safe injection sites, which are a whole different debate. Yeah. Yeah. Like when I was in Seattle, they have them, and it's kind of beyond that debate. So I just wonder how much of that is going to spread across the country, or if it will. Let's keep it where it's at. In Seattle. Yes, yeah. But no, and there was a lot of things in the news. A real tough story was and I feel for this poor lady, Henry Ruggs, NFL player, driving his car down the road, I think he said it was 100. He was going about 156 miles an hour initially, and he slowed down to like 127 when he actually ran into the back end of this young lady's car, killed her and her dog, caught on fire, blew up. Yeah, in a Corvette. And he walks away.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so he had alcohol in his system, and what else?
I think he probably. Actually, I don't know all the.
But I know
things.
was
I know
alcohol.
he was drinking DUI. He was like twice the limit.
Yeah.
That type of thing. Do we have a picture on that one, Diana? I don't know. Oh yeah. So, wow. Had the
loaded
Corvette, gun, cash. Not good.
And the poor dog. It makes me afraid to take a dog with me out on the road with the way that these people drive.
Well, the thing is about it is this young lady was I think she was stopped at a light or something. He comes over to crest and boom, runs right into her. So,
And then fire. Oh,
yeah. What a way to go.
Terrible.
Yeah. No, it's terrible.
And so what's going to happen to him?
Well, obviously there's going to be a lot of court proceedings before we find out exactly what his sentence is, but I would venture to guess that he probably won't see the light of day for at least 20, 25 years. That's my thought.
Criminal and civil
I'm
proceedings.
Sure. Yeah. He'll never own anything probably ever again.
Yeah.
Which, making those decisions,
right.
Are not good.
But so how much of that do you think might be due to CTE?
Probably zero.
Really? I mean, you don't think that these football players that have been going through, because the damage occurs during like little league.
Yeah.
And it's the repeated hits, it's not the concussions. And so the whole time that they're practicing and getting better, they're ruining their brain, which then affects their impulsivity and all of these other things that I mean, I'm not excusing it. It's terrible behavior, and obviously people died, but we see this from a lot of football players, and I don't think it's all just environmental behavioral problems.
Well, we're more aware of it because they're football players, because if this happened to somebody else, we wouldn't hear about it in Florida, so we're hearing about it. But I think it's a young kid, stupid, drunk,
too much money and power,
driving a Corvette, does some of those shots to the head impact him at some point? Yeah. If I was a defense attorney, I'd be like, yeah, oh hell yeah, that's what it is. But and they really don't know, I guess, until they crack your skull.
Only I think autopsy really
to find out.
But they could do scans.
Yeah,
they could have enough testimony.
I'm not really one to like figure out or find a way to make an excuse for something that happens, especially if that was your kid. My father was
an attorney, and so my brain always thinks of the legal process. But yes, he does need to be held accountable, and so I'm not looking for a loophole to get him out of that. I'm just wondering if that was a contributing factor.
Based on what we know, it could be, I guess. I mean, like I said, if I was a defense, he can die, and if it's my daughter, he can die in jail with CTE. That's fine.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that.
Well, I think we also need to look at the other people that are walking around that have the same type of problem, the same type of behavior. Yeah,
it's kind of interesting though. People, and nobody's perfect, and not to make excuse for anybody. If you drive and you're under the influence and things like that, to just recklessly do 157 miles an hour or 155, slow down to one. I mean, that's just like that's like crazy. Like they said, it's like pointing a gun at somebody.
Texting and driving, or eating and driving. I see people distracted driving all the time. Like they're the only person on the road.
I agree.
And it is so inconsiderate. I wish people got.
But doing it, texting and driving at 40 miles an hour is dangerous.
Yes.
But texting and driving at 157 is
with the passenger.
Yeah, multiplies that. But I'm not saying either one's good. And I'm not saying I've never texted and drive. I try to respond. But I will tell you this though: if you respond by voice, it often messes up. So you gotta let the person know that, hey, I'm using Siri.
I always say I'm doing talk to text because it comes out weird and like
you'd be like,
and the spelling's not right.
You're hot.
I want them to think that.
Oh my God, I meant to say you're not. It's like, it's funny.
I was wondering about your text messages.
Yeah, I send it all the time to you. You know that. Speaking of text messages or things going wrong, that we had an arrest of a love triangle. A girl named Jessica Quintanilla was charged Tuesday with the murder connection to the death of 19-year-old college student Leilani Beauchamp. Her brother Marco Quintanilla is charged with accessory to murder and violating parole associated with a felony conviction for attempted murder. This other sibling that was involved also was a member of the U.S. Air Force, which is kind of
so I don't understand love triangle that involves two siblings. Could you break that down for me?
Well, I don't know the whole gist of the story, but from my understanding is there was a love triangle. We had a boy and a girl, and they had this other girl was involved. This Jessica Quintanilla ended up killing that other girl, but the brother, I think, helped her.
Oh, but the brother helped
her get rid of the body.
Because at first
or
I thought
got involved in it somehow.
The brother and the sister and the guy were involved in a love triangle.
Yeah, that sounds like.
And I did not understand that.
That sounds like a Kansas City thing. I don't really know.
Maybe Kansas, but not on the Missouri side.
Not on the Missouri.
I don't know what's going on over there in Kansas.
Yeah, no, but so it's definitely complicated. Have you ever gotten in a situation where you had like a major love triangle
where
going
I felt
on
like killing someone for love? No, I have to say that I've dated horrible men and I've dated wonderful men. I've run the gamut. I've had all sorts of different boyfriends, but even the wonderful ones, when it was over, I never thought I needed to kill anyone over them. And I've always realized that there are billions of people in the world and half of them are men. And, I'm attracted to women too. And so that really opens up the whole thing.
Wow. We're getting a new show here today. This is freaking fun.
It's not a new show.
Wow.
This is the same old show that I've been showing for 48 years.
Woo. We got a whole new show going on.
People never talk about that. Yeah. So, they always ask about men and they just kind of glaze over the fact that there are women out there too.
Yeah. You know what really boggles my mind though is how people just don't go ahead and get divorced or separate, and they have to I guess it's like if I'm not going to have her, no one's going to. Do you think that's what the deal is? Because a lot of people are getting a stereo guy went up just the other day, killed his girlfriend and her friend. They were in the house, and just walk away.
Well, and they're so young. It's like they don't have any base of comparison. They don't understand that they're going to have 100 more bad relationships before they finally end up in a horrible marriage like everyone else.
Yeah, I mean. In Florida, for the most part, right? So if you're halfway decent, nice to people, you can find a companion. I mean, it's not going to be hard to find somebody.
Just in Florida? Because you can wheel them around and be their nurse.
I will tell you that Florida is there's just opportunity in Florida.
This is where people come to hide out. And so you'll find somebody with some color. That's for sure.
Right.
They're going to have a checkered past. Y'all have something to talk about.
Yeah, no. It's funny how I like to go out and if we go to a place and we look and you just watch people and you're like, that person is perfect with this person, and it's like we did that this weekend. We went out and just grabbed something to eat, and we're looking through the restaurant and we're like, that person goes with this person perfectly, and then this person goes this, and then once in a while you'll find one you kind of look at them like,
I know,
how are these two together?
I know. I have that right now in this couple that I don't think belongs together at all. And then I know this guy and his work assistant, and they make a beautiful couple, but I can't say that because they work together and, he thinks he belongs with his girlfriend. And the whole time I'm like, when are you going to dump your girlfriend and get together with your assistant who's way better for you? Yeah.
And then you don't want to be the one to say it.
Right. Yeah. I probably will sometime. Yeah. This is why I don't drink anymore.
What's his name?
Yeah, I'm not going to say his name. He actually watches the media, I think.
Yeah, no. Well, and the thing is, I think we've had this discussion before. So if you're going to get rid of, that person,
how do you do it?
How do you do it? We talked about alligators, crocodiles, and there was a big story about which one's badass.
Well, here we really have to utilize the alligators because that's what we have.
Right.
So if you're just feeding the body to a gator, then that's okay. But if you are feeding a live person to an alligator or a crocodile, which one is going to take care of your problem faster? The crocodile, probably. They say the crocodiles are more aggressive, and we do, believe it or not. A lot of people have never seen them. And I was actually in the Marine Patrol, and we caught a saltwater crocodile off the beach in Naples. It came up through. We watched going all the way up. Those things are they're vicious, and they got a more narrow of a snout. And they opened up. They're nasty. I'm surprised that swimmers have not been taken out by gators or crocodiles because they're there on the beach.
Yeah, there's a few on the beach. Once in a while, you'll get some on the beach. If you go down to the Porta Islands and that they say there's nests of crocodiles down there. Oh. I've never seen them. Now I've seen the one croc we got was up off the Naples Beach Club.
I don't even want to mess with the sand dollar.
Yeah.
Like that's too much for me. Once I feel something, like I feel that seaweed, I got to get out.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want to mess with either one of them. And they'll take you down, they'll roll, take you down. I saw on the news this weekend that Collier County Sheriff's Office, they caught one out in Immokalee underneath a car, or they helped the guy. So yeah, those things are, and it's funny because people will move to Naples and they'll be like, I want to move someplace that doesn't have, alligators and crocodiles. But for the most part, we're alligator country. That's it.
Well, we're just swamp people in fancy clothes. That's really all Naples is.
You think so?
Yeah. For most of the people I've met, certainly. I mean, you can dress them up however you want, but they're the same.
Oh, shoot. Well, another thing we had is in Iowa, Chris, we're going a little bit 239 and beyond. In Iowa, these two students, they thought it was a good idea to kind of just take their Spanish teacher out. So I don't think their grades were all that great. They didn't like this lady. And you had said that other students liked her. And
she was a popular teacher. Yeah. And they didn't really give a strong reason for doing it. And
her name is Nahira Grabber, which I don't know how she teaches Spanish.
Graber.
Or Graber. Oh, Grabber, something like that. But they found her underneath a tarp, and the students got charged with killing her. Now these kids are done.
Yeah, trauma to the head. And they're 16 years old. So they really don't understand the long-term cause and effect of what they've done or what that means for their life. But yeah, their lives are going to be behind bars.
I think you're right about they don't understand the severity and length of it, but they know what they did.
Oh yeah, I think they know what they did. And it just, not having your the frontal lobe fully formed that's not a defense.
No.
My father used to say all the time, ignorance of the law is not a defense. And truly it's not. And also just ignorance of a person is not a defense.
Well, let me ask you this. What are these kids seeing if, they didn't like her and she was not too good with their grades? Why would that be so? I mean, you got to wonder what's going through these kids' minds to take her out.
I don't think that they can really separate reality from fantasy. And this is a conversation that I've had lately with my son and the human brain. And is technology evolving faster than the human brain can really handle? So all of us don't have a brain that know the difference between TV and reality. Some people think soap operas are real. Some people think that, reality TV or wrestling or whatever truly is real. And, so that sounds ridiculous, but in a more subtle form, you have propaganda, you have, news, you have movies that do have political slants that are created to change public perception and to change society's view on things. And so we're all just getting mind fucked. And I don't think people realize how much.
Do you think that the kids, and it goes back to like desensitizing situations, do you think the kids that are playing the games and shooting, and they've got games now where you go out and shoot up schools and
I think it
rape
makes
women
and when Joe was growing up, I would let him see something that had boobs, like not full on sex, but if it was nudity, he could watch that on his own. If it was something with violence, then he had to watch that with me so that I could see what it was and explain it and really talk about, okay, in real life, that's not funny. And let's really talk about movies. Although he got into, my ex-husband was a film director, and Joe really got into the technical part of the movie. So for him, he really knew the difference between reality and fantasy and entertainment. But I think that's a big problem. Not just that it's glamorized, but I think that those lines are blurred for a lot of people.
Yeah. And I really think that there's some kids that can handle it and some kids that just can't.
Yeah.
And there was a shooting, I believe it was in Mississippi, and the principal came out, and to stop the kid from shooting, basically the principal said game over to the kid, and he stopped.
Yeah.
So I just think that other, as with anything, other kids have the ability to understand that it's a game, and some just take it to the next level.
Well, and when we talk about muscle memory and PTSD and even, dreaming, your brain doesn't always know the difference between reality. You're going through the motions. And so you may have the real emotion that goes along with that.
Yeah, but it's tough. And then this crazy bastard, there's a guy that basically he killed somebody, right? So he's basically telling the judge, as the judge gives him 23 years to life, which probably not good, right? He killed a guy named Benjamin Davis, but as he's getting sentenced, he looks at the judge and basically threatens to kill him too.
He said, it's the first thing I'm doing. If I ever come back to this town, first thing I'm gonna do is kill you.
Yeah, one of the first things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go after you, and I'm gonna come back and kill. This guy's got a most people go and they plead for the life. This guy's just stupid. I mean, you can't fix that, right?
He knows how to make friends and influence people.
I mean, and
he's going to be popular in prison.
Exactly. And I've seen like juvenile kids say things to the judge, like in court, and you kind of chuckle at it. But some guy like this saying stuff,
but
to
he
the
is
judge.
a juvenile. He obviously stopped developing at 12,
that's true.
13
That's
years
true.
old.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, that's definitely probably the case in this. The guy's obviously not too bright to be telling off the judge and acting up. We used to have a lot of juveniles. They'd come to court and they'd run their mouth, and it's kind of interesting how they would bring them all in. They'd chain gang them. They'd put them in shackles, hands behind their back, feet. Send a message to them. What do you think about that? Do you think that's fair?
I think different situations and different people call for different punitive measures, but I think that our prison system and how we dehumanize people doesn't restore anyone. It makes our social problems worse.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
But what happens? Do you not believe? And I like this little banter here, because do you not believe there's some people fucking made to go to jail and they can't?
Oh, they can't be in society. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I think,
and I'm not saying that a kid does necessarily, because I think at certain age.
But yeah, I know. I've met them. I've met
there's
those
some
people.
Evil little bastards.
And I have been to prisons visiting. I've been to level 5, maximum security prisons where they keep really bad people. And I have also seen where bad people are made because they maybe have a DUI or whatever it is, and they go to prison with real criminals. And to survive, they become a real criminal.
Yeah, usually minor crimes like that, though. I know a lot of people say, you're there and you're in prison. Like minor crime, you go to like DUI. You go to jail for the night. You get out. You're like, shit, that sucked. I don't want to go back. That's normally what happens. Normally, it's somebody who gets a DUI that kills people and shit like that. No, I mean,
or if it's your third DUI, and you can't afford an attorney, and you're going to prison.
You can get stuck there. To jail for a period of time.
Prison. You go to prison.
State prison for DUIs.
Yes, you do. I have seen them.
Okay.
I've watched Oz.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but very rarely.
It's not the norm.
Yeah,
that's true.
Because it's usually a year sentence. It's got to be over a year for
DUI,
prison.
yes.
Yeah. No, to go to prison, you got to be sentenced for up to a year. So let's go back. Do
you have questions for me?
Yeah, no, I want to ask you what do you what would constitute a perfect day for Shannon Livingston? What would be a perfect day for you?
A perfect day. It would involve a lot of food and probably not being around people.
Really?
Yeah. And I would say like old black and white movies and pajamas and a fireplace. Yeah. Like I'm a homebody.
Really?
So if I could be at home and be comfortable and watch my old movies and eat potato skins and meatballs and
But why is it when I have one of those days, and I just want to sit home and watch Netflix, at around 4:00 in the afternoon, I feel like I wasted a whole day. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's both, because I'm the same way. I can't ever relax. That's why that's my fantasy, because if I'm at home and I have all day, I don't do that. Instead, I'm washing the baseboards and catching up on my expenses and doing whatever it is that I think needs to be done.
Yeah, and that is the question, right? So what constitutes a perfect day for you? And you gave the answer.
To be able to really unplug from my norm and just be able to relax and enjoy the little joys in life.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what would be mine. I think probably just hanging on a beach and just enjoying.
You'd be outside.
But I've got to be around people. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to be around people. Alex,
that re-energizes you though. Yeah. So I can work a room, but if I'm really wanting to be happy, I like to be alone. Or maybe
but it depends. It depends on what room though, because sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to talk to any of these people. You get like that too?
I get like that a lot.
Very rarely, but
sometimes I go to events and I make it to the parking lot.
You've done that to mine.
And then I turned around. No, I went in the building. I didn't go all the way through the building. You did that to my event.
You just made a mistake.
I came in the building.
You showed up and you're like, I didn't see nothing going on.
I didn't. And so I really took that opportunity to go home.
So disappointing.
I'm antisocial.
So
I can't help it.
Yeah.
You had plenty of people there.
No, it was very disappointing.
Having a great time.
Okay, what's something you do even if you never made any money doing it?
This. I love doing this. I love doing media. I love just talking to people, interviewing people. And so this.
Yeah, you know what's so cool about this? It's funny. Like we get like some views and we get some people that come on and they but I'll go eat. Diana's with us sometimes. Diana and I go eat and they're like, oh my God, that was funny what you said on you know, and you're like, are really people watching? So we usually get a couple hundred views on, you know, these lives. They're kind of like nobody really knows when they're on. So we kind of just try to set a schedule, but it's tough. But it's kind of cool and it's fun just to talk and bullshit. And
people do recognize the card anyway. I was doing my other photo shoot for Neighbor, video shoot, we were at Bar Tulia in Mercado. And so I was given the guy Marcello my card and he goes, oh yeah, Tim. And he's friends with Gianluca. And so, you know, everybody's really cool. Connected and everybody knows us now.
Yeah. And that reminds me. So if you got some good idea and you want to bring it on to 239, get with Shannon, myself, or Diana. And we'll, you know,
even if it's a bad idea,
we like fun stuff. We're gonna start doing some fun things in 2022. We're gonna turn it up a notch.
We're gonna do mobile stuff.
Yes, we're gonna do mobile. We're gonna go out to your restaurants. We're gonna go out to your activities,
whether you like it or not.
We're gonna be there. Yeah, we're gonna
do yoga in your restaurant.
Yes.
We're gonna eat in your yoga studio.
We got Pilates. We're gonna do. We've got yoga. We got a lot of stuff we gotta do.
You know, I tried to do like 3 or 4 poses for that video shoot and it almost killed me. I was sweating and I was afraid that the camera was going to pick up all my body noises and I was like, is there audio? Is there audio?
Well, you're not supposed to
you're supposed to let everything go. Just everything.
Pants. Yeah. I saw that a funny thing on a meme. Do you pack when you go on vacation underwear like you're going to shit your pants every day?
I don't wear underwear.
And I'm like, oh, really?
I don't wear
Jeez.
I haven't worn them in 25 years.
Oh, my God. Is that
it's freeing?
We're not. Are we supposed to say that?
It's uncensored.
Oh, okay. No, I'm just saying.
How Victorian
I didn't know if you wanted to put that out there, but
that I don't wear underwear.
Kind of interesting.
I mean, it's not an invitation for people to look at or touch my hoo-ha. I'm just saying that I don't wear underwear. Saves a lot of laundry.
Yeah, I think
a lot of money.
I think I better stick with
a tiny little lace, like it's $20-$30.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So Victoria's Secret, see Shannon coming in.
I'm there for sweatpants.
We have Shannon coming in. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about her in the underwear room.
Well, I do wear a bra, not today, but I do wear a bra in professional situations because we have still not gotten over seeing women's nipples. And so we have to cover those with cloth so that men don't lose their fucking minds in a meeting.
Yeah, so that's...
But that's as much as I'm doing. You can't see my vagina through my pants, and so I'm not wearing underwear.
You almost got me smiling, or should I say smiling, or you almost got me a red. What makes you smile?
What makes me smile? I think that happiness is a choice. And so I really do try every day to smile at the sunrise or the little dog running into the wall because he's blind or, just whatever it is.
Yeah.
You got to look for it. You got to look for joy and then you'll find it.
Do you think that if you have depression that you can overcome it each day, or what's your thought of that?
Oh my gosh, I'm not the most empathetic person when it comes to depression. You can ask my ex-husband about that. I was not great. Yes, I do.
Any comments on that?
I think that the mind, body, and spirit are all connected, and you have to work on all of them to get them to work properly. And I do think that a certain amount of it, aside from just chemical imbalance, a certain amount of it is your attitude and your responsibility, the little things that you do every day, even if it's just, okay, I'm going to get up and put on clean clothes today. Tomorrow I'm going to get in the
shower.
The
bed's a big one, I heard.
Yeah, I make my bed every day.
Yeah.
And I have chronic health issues where sometimes you do move slowly and you don't get everything done, but you have to celebrate those small victories and hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, no, I agree. Do you think there's people though that you talk to and they fucking suck the life out of you? You know,
people that decide a problem for every solution.
Like you talk to them on the phone and you're like, you find yourself being a cheerleader.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It's rough.
I'm not that person.
It's rough.
I tell people you need to go sell victims somewhere else. I can't do it.
Yeah, I enjoy trying to figure out a way to make them feel better. I kind of like doing that.
I'm a problem solver.
But at a certain point, I'm like, all right, buddy.
And most people don't want you to solve their problems.
No,
that's rude. They just want you to listen.
And I'm suck at listening because I'm so used to like trying to figure shit out.
Right. And so I'm not good at that.
Yeah, it's like I want to fix your problem, but you won't let yourself,
Right. I'm ready to do a household budget with you. I'm looking at, the job list, like whatever it is you need to work out, I'm there for you. But if you just want to complain about how bad shit is, and I think really because of life circumstances, it has made me even less tolerant. People complaining about inconsequential shit when my kid was going through major surgery.
Yeah,
and there was, no guarantee that your kid's going to come out of it. And just if you're really poor, if you have, poor health, whatever it is that you overcome every day, when seemingly perfect people complain about the Starbucks line or something, it's hard for me to take that seriously.
And I'm the same way. Sometimes I have to check myself, right? Because I'm like, if I'm driving, I'm like, what the something stupid.
I'm an awful person when I'm driving.
Or if I'm, if I have to wait in line, or if I say, damn, I'm just fortunate that I can get in line.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I check myself. A good friend of mine, I just got to meet with him, Chuck Grow. He's up in Maine, right? So he's got ALS, and every night he writes on his thing, I hope to be here tomorrow, So I don't know if I talked to you about it. So when I went to Maine, I haven't seen Chuck since we were in middle school, right? So I go into his house and I'm sitting there looking at Chuck, and and he's the same, he knows what's going on. He knows that he's in rough shape. The only thing I can do for him is try to give him some words like, hey brother, remember the time we did this, we did that. But when I walk out of the house, I'm saying to myself, what the fuck do I got nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about. So a closing didn't go through, or what am I got to complain about?
And even my work with Make-A-Wish, those kids, they knew they were dying, and they didn't complain. It was just part of the deal. Yeah, that it's what was going to happen, and they didn't expect anybody to feel sorry for them. Yeah. So if dying kids don't complain, then you can suck it up too.
Yeah, goddamn right. Yeah, suck it up. But that's the thing. And I do believe in mental illness, but sometimes you got to get yourself out of your funk. Get yourself out of your funk, and move. And I got this.
Some people like being unhappy though.
Yeah,
that's their norm.
Yeah, I understand. And you saw on Facebook, I think it was your post, and then people are saying, there's no jobs, and there's jobs out there. Go. Yeah. I mean, it may not be your perfect job.
Right. And I've created a lot of my jobs.
Yeah. And you look at you.
Yeah. Look at me. I mean, I never finished college. I had to work on the black market for a long time and transfer those skills. I have started my own companies, and there is just no excuse ever for not working. You can sell tamales on the side of the road. You can always do something.
And the thing is, I get frustrated because people want to start at the freaking top, right. I'm like, come on now. And I understand, like, people put these applications in and they got school and they got a 4-year degree or 6-year degree or master's degree and whatever. They want to be the guy, but it takes a while to get there.
Right.
Like with me, my previous background, I went to school when I didn't have to go to school. I got my master's degree, did all that stuff. But when I knew that when the time came that they were looking for somebody, I'm going to have that. So I was able to get to that spot. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, that's why I had Joe get his degree.
Yeah.
It's not that he even uses it right now, but I said someday that's going to be a qualification and you'll have it.
Yeah. No, it's good.
And now go chase your dream.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else to add to the 239 Uncensored Live version?
We've really covered a lot today.
We got
but I feel like we look really nice too.
A lot of people viewing. Yeah, we are. Like,
we're all dressed up today.
Yeah. We need to do like a picture.
Can you tell I'm not wearing a bra?
It's picture day. I
think
really
the snake skin covers it. Snakes don't wear bras.
Yeah. I don't really get too crazy about it anymore.
They don't have arms.
What's that?
Like if a snake had a bra on, what would you put the handles on? They don't, like the arm straps. They don't have.
No,
arms.
What you do is you put like a little donut and you pull it back and stick it on its tail.
You've thought about that, like how to put things on a snake.
I not just tell you I'm a problem solver. We got to figure out how to do.
You are a problem solver. Have you ever been out hunting pythons?
No, but I really want to go. Amy,
I do too.
See, she's
Let's look
like
it
unbelievable.
Up. Diana, would you come with us? Yes,
I think Diana would be good.
Yes.
Diana
would kick our asses out there, I think.
Well, I got an outfit ready.
She has an outfit ready.
Yeah, she does.
Was it your bug hunting outfit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Diana,
that's perfect.
We need to have you on camera a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's the there we go. Diana cam.
So Diana,
look at her skin.
if we can get you set up with going out, would you do it?
Yeah.
For us in the studio.
I also want to go hunt some hogs. They have the wild hog hunting, and they have like a ladies package that you can do also.
Let's get you guys hooked up. You shoot guns right now?
Yeah.
And if we kill
I seen your uniform and get up. You were catching bugs in here the other day.
Yeah.
Maybe
TikTok.
whatever we kill, we can roast out here in the parking lot.
Yeah, you go. That'd be good.
I bet management would love that.
Oh, and then we'll get in trouble for Peter to come chase us down. Pigs.
That's right. You have guns.
Yeah, we got guns. So, but one thing we always forget to do, make sure to download our app, right? So we're going to put a link up and then you can get a picture of it. We're down. Well, I shouldn't say our app, but our the podcast. It's on Google, Spotify, anywhere. We have podcasts coming. We have these lives on Facebook and also on the YouTube channel. So,
and the SOB podcast can be found under your listing as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's right there.
So it's your podcast, my podcast, the live shows.
Yeah, and it's all at that website too, and you can download them right on the website.
And you have good stuff coming up this week too.
Yeah, I have a bunch of things coming up. Yeah, I've got.
You're a busy boy.
Yeah, Dan Colwell is going to come on. He's going to be running for county commissioner
in my district.
In your district. So
sell me on you, Dan.
Dan's a good guy. We'll get him in here. Former law enforcement guy, friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to tell us why he is the best candidate for county commission.
I want to ask him all sorts of questions.
You write him down. I'll ask him.
Because I'm not allowed in the room.
Well, I don't know.
I see how this is going.
You might be locked out. Not sure. Not sure.
He has guns too.
You can do mobile.
He'll be all right.
No, if you
I'll
want
be on the street. That'd be nice.
If you want to call
we'll
in, you can call in and ask him a couple questions.
I'm having dinner with him and his wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got my own thing going on, Tim. I don't always need you. I don't always need 239 access. But I have to say it does help.
No,
I just appreciate it.
No, we love having you on, and then no, that'll be good to go out to dinner. That'll be great.
Well, especially because I don't think I'm paying for it, so that's nice. That makes the food super delicious.
Yeah, no, it's good. So yeah, no, that Dan's gonna be on. He's great. Get him in. We got a whole bunch of people that are wanting to come into the studio. They really enjoy
making their own podcast.
So it's gonna be good.
Yeah, and then we'll be back on Friday at noon.
Yeah, we're gonna try to shoot for noon.
You're not going out of town.
I've got to run down to
and
meet John
Luca. scheduling problem comes.
No, meet John Luca at some point on Friday, but I think I can get it in.
Ooh, have him give you some linguine or something to bring back.
But by noon, I probably won't be there yet, so we'll figure it out. But I can't leave you every Friday just to, come up with your own thing unless you like that.
No, because people want to watch you. And I have more fun with you anyway. Like some of the stuff I have to do. I like my WCR group, and we're raising money for a good cause. And we do have a tree in that.
Yeah.
But I can't say bad words to those women because they're part of my professional group.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, how do we get that tree? Do we have to bid on it? Because we need one for the office.
Oh, yeah, you do. You have to bid on it. You have to come.
So I have to pay for it and then bid on it.
Yes. You have to pay for it twice. It's like your house in a divorce.
Yeah. Been there, done that. Yeah.
No, but it's at Robin Stuckey. It's on display. And so people can go and look at it. But then the event is the 18th.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And I'm the auctioneer.
Gotcha. So I know you got a meeting. You got to go.
I got to go.
Yeah. But we had a good time.
I have to go do my real job.
We always have a good time with Shannon.
I have a great time.
And
I'll be back Friday.
Diana, she's in the house and,
Diana Cam.
We got it. She's always good. And we now have intercoms in our office that you'll be happy to know. Oh yeah, we're big. We're setting them up now. Intercoms.
Oh my gosh, I can't even figure out the front door.
Shannon, please go to the office, please.
It's like the principal's office.
Yeah, that's right. You're in trouble. Yeah,
I'm always
good.
We
got intercoms. We will have fun with that on TikTok. All right. Everything good?
You're a TikTok star.
TikTok star. Yeah.
I'm gonna catch up to you someday.
Yeah. No, I don't know what I got, but anyway, 239 uncensored. everything Southwest Florida and beyond. And Shannon.
And we are. Wait,
Oh,
Ouch.
yay.